Good morning, folks. This is Darth Rabbit 07 coming to you today with another quick review. I've had the Star Toys ST-01 Commander for a little over a year. I got it with a good deal over at ST store. Leave the links down in the description below there. This thing is awesome, but let me do a little bit of homework before we go any further. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thank you again for tuning in. Let's turn this camera around and take a look at the box. Here's a look at the box. This comes neatly packed in ST Store's corner protected boxes. We have the front of the box that has some nice diagrams and details throughout. The side of the box, which has Commander, also known as Blitzwing, in its tank mode. We have Commander on the back of the box in his robot mode, his jet mode, and his tank mode. And every bit of this is this clean, as you will see in this view. And the jet mode there, Star Toys on the top and Star Toys on the bottom. Let's get him out of this box and onto that turntable and get him reviewed. He is so cool. And here is Commander in his tank mode. Commander being taken straight out of the episode of Triple Takeover. Going to give you a quick 360 here of all the angles and stuff and just show off how really cool this is. It's like they took the animation model, try to make it as real world as possible to, have that duality of tank looking beige, the jet mode looking purple, and the robot mode has both those palettes together. Beautifully done. Let's take a closer look at the side of this tank mode. Let you see that tread detail. And if you look there at the bottom, you can see the rolling wheels. And then like whenever you put it on the turntable here, it's got these bumps. It makes it look like it's just rolling along like a tank would. Just so cool, man. I love this. Is just so awesome. And the detail is insane. Like on the top of this thing, it looks like it's an actual real tank and cleans up super good. This actually compresses on, it didn't really compress on down when I first did the transformation, so you got to push it on in and it will clean up nicely. There's 4 attach points right here. This likes to keep on popping off ever so slightly, and you can see if I adjusted it, boom, it does that. But you can just take and give it a squeeze like right here in these 4 points here, because you got these tabs and those tabs, and it looks super all together there. Here's a look at the front. This tank turret can go up and down. It can swing all the way around, and just love how the purple comes back through, but for the most part you got the beige for the tank mode. And now I've got to get me some Toy Hacks decals and put them on here. Decepticon symbol there, and then another one. Ultimately, here's the bottom and how that cleans up. See how I just animation accurate. I can put a Decepticon symbol here and that'll look even so much better. I'm going to try to dig through my stuff downstairs and try to find one to do that. And just really, I can't believe I let this sit in a box for a year. Guys, shame on me. This thing is so cool. It'd have been really neat if Star Toys would have came up with the football to shoot out of that. All that said and done, let's get him into jet mode and see how cool that is. In 3, 2, 1, and here is Commander in his jet mode. And guys, this thing is absolutely phenomenal. I love jet modes, and I can't say enough about this. Love how it's totally show accurate. I left the missiles off from transforming it, into tank mode and whatnot. It's the only thing that's parts forming, so if you don't put those missiles in, you're not going to mess anything up. This actually transforms to get back into tank mode or whatever. It stays like this to go into robot mode. And just wow. There's your starboard looking side of the jet mode, your aft, and what a nice aft. Everything compared to that legacy release, and this is a masterpiece rendition and take. It's just night and day different. I mean, yeah, it does got some tank tread kibble there, but it does it so well. It cleans. It's so clean, guys. I love how these fold down, and it mocks the animation stuff perfectly. There's your port side of the jet mode, And if you notice one other thing, while I've got it down here, you've got actual rolling, retractable landing gear. And this guy has double duty. He's the rear landing gear for the jet mode, but then it's the same ones that we had on the tank mode. I mean, it's just really just phenomenal. The construction, the build, it's really heavy and hefty, but I don't know if there's any die cast in it whatsoever. I know it's got some bits of metal with the screws and what have you, but this thing is a beast, and fuselage cleans up so much better than that Legacy one did. I mean, I really wish that they would consult these guys or whatnot. And then again, here's the front forward view there. And the biggest thing I can say with the transformation is that if you have the landing gear down, when you go to bring this out of this area here, it makes it so much easier. And this is where I'm going to plug MGO, because this guy comes with 0 instructions, and MGO put together stuff is very easy to follow. He tells you where to flex it just at the right time to untab, because without the tabs, this thing doesn't hold together. But when it's tabbed together, it holds really good. It feels super in hand. It's actually quite heavy. This thing, like I said, is phenomenal, guys. And that's about all I got to say for that. I don't mean to sound like Forrest, but if you haven't already started going over to Shozi store or somewhere to find this and buy ST-01 Commander, you're doing yourself a disservice. This is the triple changer Blitzwing that we've always wanted, as we get this back over into robot mode and show that off in 3, 2, 1, and then it dawned on me that I didn't show you the belly of this beast, man. This thing has everything fold up underneath cleanly. I mean, and it doesn't hamper the rolling wheels like for landing and rolling along the ground. I mean, this thing rolls so freaking good, man. Very, very phenomenal job. Hats off to Star Toys, also known as TF Element. They really, really did crush this masterpiece of a Blitzwing. I mean, that's so cool, guys. Now with that said, now let's get it over into robot mode in 3, 2, 1, and there is ST-01 Commander in his robot mode, looking absolutely magnificent, spitting image out of the animation. Only thing I gotta get, like I said earlier, is I gotta get a Decepticon symbol and stick it there, and then do the same thing for the tank turret, and then maybe get a couple of Decepticon symbols for those wings there, because that's kind of where they go if it was in jet mode, when he gets in jet mode. But this is awesome how all this on the top here locks in together, like with the underarm, and then these pieces fill in and lock into place, and then this tank tread piece comes and locks in right here and right there, but you still retain your shoulder articulation there. Really good strong clickety joints there, guys. Really, really freaking awesome, and the details just look phenomenal. You pop that head up and you can exchange that out with another face. And before I get ahead of myself here, I'm just so excited to have this in front of me. Let's go through his articulation real quick here, because this thing is pretty astounding. Really heavy piece, so I'm going to hold it like this. Got all the way around there at the head. You can look up and you can mold brake to look up even further. You can get that flying pose if you so desire. Then it kind of, like I said, breaks it up. Then you can push that back down. He can look down that far, look up that. I mean, he's got some attitude he can do there too. Really, really freaking awesome. And the shoulders, you can go up all the way up to about like right there. He's got his upper bicep swivel. He's got double at the elbow, as you can see there. And then you can get this to go all back down here on that ratchet. That's really, really awesome. He's got wrist. Does he got wrist all the way around? Uh-oh, he may not have a wrist swivel all the way around, because he's got a hinge there. Oh no, he's got wrist. There it is. It's just really, really tight. My thumb pops off on this one, but each one of these are individually articulated, so you can get all kinds of cool, awesome poses And you can make him rock on and do the other naughty things if you decide to. See, that's what I was talking about. Mine just pops right on off. I wish that was a metal pinned piece there, because these hands totally rock. And it looks so accurate. If you go back and watch Triple Takeover, these hands are so accurate to his hands in the show. I mean, it's just incredible, the engineering that goes into this guy. And he does come with a couple weapons, and he has a tab slot there that you can do there. I'm going to try to do this one more time without popping that off to get it ready for the sword, or the gun and the sword. But we'll get to that in a minute. Going on down here, you do got an ab crunch that you can do this over this far, so he can, I bow, you bow, I bow, you bow, with his hand wide open. Oh man. So you can rock that back down. He's got that much that way in his waist because of that kibble. But you can raise these skirts up. You can get the full. Can you get the full band damage, or is it just going to be stupid? I think it's as far as it goes. But you're going to get almost the full band damage with his legs there. This hip skirt will come up in the front to move forward. Oh man, these are so tight. Really tight joints throughout. But there's how that works underneath there. Oh man, like I said, tight. And multiple points of articulation with the flaps there. There's that, and that. And then this will come back down and lock back over into place as part of the transformation. And it clicks into place. But you can pop that back loose for the moment. You can kick up that far, really good tight ratchet. Looks really, really awesome. You can go back ever so far until you hit the back kibble there. He does got, let's see here. Man, I just can't get over this guy. He's so cool, man. This is the Blitzwing we've wanted for years, ever since we saw, Transformers the movie. The Legacy version, I like it, but it fails compared to this. I mean, and this is a masterpiece rendition compared to a retail rendition, but I'm tired of making excuses. We've been paying into this for years. The engineers should care and want to give us top quality, not products, or they go and if they were working for Hasbro and they go to a third party company and then they make this beautiful thing. So I mean, there's that push and pull, give and take, all that jazz. The knees can go back that far, and then you got your upper thigh swivel there, and you got your ankle tiltage. It doesn't do a whole lot in the way of forward back, but the other cool thing is, along with this guy, since we're already down here, you can have those up like that on the side, where you can actually flex it and get it back around the front and click it into place. And get totally G1 here. G1 jiggy with it. Why is it not? Got something out of alignment, maybe? I just didn't get to go far enough. Anywho, so there's that. Okay, go, boom, boom. There we go. And you can stand it up there, and he can yell at the sky. He can do those stuff and things. The paint work is exceptional where there is paint on this guy. And I'm going to try to get him and pose and look really, really just, you can get the poses that you need to get with this guy. He is really, really cool, man. So let's get him armed up real fast. Before I fit the sword in here, the thumb has got like a hinge and a ball, and then it's got another little hinge right there, so you can get that going on with it. This is so awesome. You've got, like I said, multiple articulation points there. You got two, bam, right there with that slight curvature. You can get all kinds of cool stuff there going on with all the fingers being articulated like that. It makes it so much easier to go and make him hold that sword. Let me get that sword out real quick and put it in his hand. And close that up around it. Let's see if we can get that in there. Man. Like I said, he is something else, man. You can have that just Wrap all around there. Boom. He is flipping awesome, guys. Moving into some final thoughts. Been here for long enough. This guy is so worth the purchase, guys. Looking at him at all the different angles. This is an animation accurate masterpiece. I love the way this folds up onto the back. Just take care with your little tab points. They're everywhere and stuff. And on my copy, because of my carelessness, I actually snapped one off, but it still has not affected that to where none of this is going to flop in any of the modes and what have you. It looks really, really sharp altogether. The only thing I gotta say as a bonus is go ahead and have you some Toy Hacks Decepticon symbols ready to rock and go for right there, on the same thing on the other side, and then on the tank turret, have it to where you can have it sitting right here and have it smiling at the sky. That is so awesome, guys. I love how in robot mode, again, I was mentioning earlier, the tank is more beige than purple, the jet is more purple than beige, but then you get into robot mode and you get that blend of beige and purple, the best of both worlds combined into it. You can even get him to look straight forward and tilt that and get it ready to fire and put some points up on the field goal. The only thing with my review here tonight, and I kind of cheesed it up a little bit, as I had the space bridge sitting in the background, and he's playing his zone defense, guarding the space bridge. He needs more strategy, but what we really need now is for them to give him a Astro Train counterpart. I will buy that the second that it comes up. And a lot of folks have been using, I think it's their Fans Toys Astro Train to stand in with this guy. This is my definitive Blitzwing moving forward. He is just that awesome and that cool, guys. That's going to about do it for ST-01, also known as Star Toys 01 Commander. He is awesome. And Commander is what they called him in that show when he had the Constructicons build him his little defense thing for his zone defense. The animation is right here in toy form before you. This is so cool, guys. I just kind of wish that he might have had some blast effects. Definitely the football was needed for the top of the turret there. That would have totally just drove me off the deep end there. Thanks again for watching my channel, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again to all those who have tuned in and subscribed. Help my channel continue to grow. I really do appreciate you guys a lot. Have a great week out there, guys, or weekend. Till all are one, guys. I highly recommend this figure.